Hello, my name is Genesis Acevedo, and today I'm going to show you my biliteracy demo lesson. The grade level was second grade, and the TESOL standard English language learners communicate information, ideas, and concepts necessary for academic success in the areas of language arts. The PRDE standards, I chose writing and language for writing 2.W1.1, write to express feelings, familiar topics, and experiences, and describe a picture. Use grade level appropriate high frequency words to write simple sentences in short paragraphs of 3 to 5 sentences. Language 2.LA.2.1 demonstrate commands in English capitalization, punctuation, and spelling conventions when writing, and 2.LA.5.1 recognize word relationship and difference in word meaning. Lesson topic, opinion writing, my favorite paleta. Content objective. Students will learn to express their opinions and preferences with the guidance of the teacher. The language objective. Students will express understanding of writing a simple sentence by using capitalization at the beginning of the sentence, by ending the sentence with a punctuation mark. This means period, exclamation mark, including in subject a linking verb and a subject complement. For example, my favorite paleta is strawberry, and the activity will be describe their favorite popsicle flavor. The text used as reference was the story Paletero Man by Loki Diaz. These are the key vocabulary words identified in the worksheets or the speaking or the writing of the class. From the verbs, I identified describe, express, write, stuffed, covered, like. Linking verbs, is. Nouns, sentence, translanguaging, opinion, punctuation, period, capital letter, paleta or popsicle, sabor, flavor, favorite, chocolate, fresa or strawberry, Nutella, author, title, illustrator, toppings. From adjectives, favorite, best, the determiners, the, my, your, pronouns, I, and preposition with. These are the key sentence frames identified during the lesson. The first one was a translanguaging opinion sentence where the syntactic pattern was determiner, possessive pronoun, a noun phrase with an adjective and a noun, a verb, linking verb, and the subject complement, a noun. Some examples were, my favorite paleta flavor is piña, and my favorite paleta is strawberry. In these sentences, the students could use English and Spanish because the author of the story, and also during the week we were working with translanguaging. The other frame was all English opinion sentence, where the syntactic pattern was adjective, noun phrase, adjective plus a noun, a verb linking verb, determiner, possessive pronoun, and a noun. A example is Nutella flavored popsicles are my favorite. Nonverbal resources and materials. The students will bring a paleta craft that they created the previous day with crafting materials. The teacher will need TV, a laptop, HDMI cable, the PowerPoint presentation, and the Paletero Man Read Aloud video. And also, both the teacher and the students will need dry erase markers, the whiteboard, notebook, pencil, and eraser for the writing activities. Up next, you will see the procedures that I can take during a lesson of opinion writing using the story of Paletero Man. I will start the class greeting the students and telling them the topic or the skill of the day. Then I will start with a routine that is discussing the days of the week, the month, the date, and the weather. I will ask what day of the week is today, and the student will raise their hand. I will choose a student, and the student will tell me today is, and say the name of the day. Then I will ask what day was yesterday, if today is blank day. And then I will ask what day will be tomorrow, and the student will answer tomorrow will be, and answer the questions. During the review of the month of the year, I will every day sing a song a cappella without any music because I know and the students already know the rhythm of the day of the month of the year. And after we sing the song, I will ask the students what month are we right now and who can tell me the complete date. Then I will look at the door or at the window and I will say, who can tell me how is the weather today? And the students will look outside and they will tell me if the day is sunny, if it's rainy, windy, or cloudy. Then, before starting a new topic, I will review what we have been studying during the week or the previous days. In this case, we were studying the author, translanguaging, and the use of translanguaging. I will ask the students the question and see what they answer, if it is in English or Spanish, and then I will click on the screen so the answer that I have discussed appears. Then I will show them the cover of the book and I will ask the following questions. What is the title of this story? And a student would answer.
That's easy, Missy.
Mhm.
Paletero man.
And who is the author
Lucky Dia.
and the illustrator?
Um, Mika Player.
And what was the story about?
I know.
Tell
It's
me.
about a boy that wanted to buy a paleta, but he lost his dinero.
Excellent.
It's also about kindness.
Exactly about kindness also.
Missy,
Yes?
one day I wanted to buy candy at lunch, pero se me perdió el peso, like the boy from the story.
Oh, that is a good connection with the story. You had something similar in your life. Now, I will ask you, did you like the story?
Yes,
Yes. And have you tried paletas before?
my mom one time bought me a paleta in paletados.
Oh, empaletados.
And my
And
mom makes paletas in my house.
in your house. And why do you think paletas
I
are very
think
popular?
because they are sweet or because they help you refrescarte in the summer when it's hot.
Oh, excellent. So I will ask questions like this one during the class. Then I will show them again the story about the paletero man. Here I am going to show you a little piece of the story so you have an idea how was the story told and the language used.
Hey! Oye, niños, what will it be? He has all my favorites. Can it be true? Chocolate, vainilla, y melon too. But today, I'd like piña. Do you have that sabor? He smiles, a big smile. Claro, para ti el mejor. I reach into my pocket to pay for my paleta.
Before we start writing sentences in second grade, I want to see what do you guys know about sentences. Who can tell me, have you ever reading sentences in first grade?
Yes, but in the Spanish class.
more in the Spanish class. And what is a
A
sentence?
group of words.
And this group of words need to have what to be a good sentence.
It needs to begin with a capital letter. It needs to make sense and end with a period.
The period. Then I will click on the screen, make the definition appear, read it myself or a student, and provide examples and non-examples and how to fix them. The first one says, are my favorite. Is that a complete sentence?
No, it sounds funny.
It sounds funny because it's missing something. What is
It
missing?
doesn't says what thing is the favorite the thing.
It doesn't say what thing is your favorite. For example, Nutella flavored popsicles are my favorite. So something that we can add is Nutella flavored popsicles. What could be another example for are my
Another
favorite?
example can be um, strawberries. Popsicles are my favorite.
Excellent. That's a good sentence and a good example. So then I will do this exercise with each of the sentences and non-sentences before starting the topic about opinion sentences. Then I will ask, what is an opinion?
Miss,
Mhm.
una opinión.
An opinion in Spanish is an opinion, but the definition in English would be an opinion is what you feel, what you think, or what you believe about something. For example, I like pizza. That is an opinion, something that you think or something that you feel. Or my favorite movie is Encanto. The curious thing about opinion is that an opinion is something yours, and what you think is not the same as the other person. So if you like pizza, not everybody likes pizza. So that is why it is an opinion. It's something that you feel, think, or believe. But maybe the person that is next to you doesn't feel, thinks, or believe in the same way. Now we are going to do a collaborative activity where the students and the teacher will work together to try to build opinion sentences. Here we have some opinion sentence starters that they were going to use, and I will start the class or this part of the class as the following. Who can tell me what do you see on the screen?
I see cookies, cake, ice cream, and paletas.
Very good. And here we have some opinion sentence starters that we can use to write our sentences. I like, I prefer, my favorite, and the best. Who can tell me a sentence with
I
I like?
can. I like cake.
Perfect. And with I prefer?
I prefer to eat cake.
And with my favorite?
Teacher, I have one with
Mm-hmm.
my favorite, but it's at the end. Can I tell it?
Yes, you can tell it. Tell us.
Chocolate flavored paletas are my favorite.
Excellent. And that one is very similar to the one we saw in the
Missing,
table.
my mom says
Yes?
the strawberry popsicles are better because they are made with real fruit.
That is also an opinion. And how can we write that opinion but using the best?
Um, Strawberry popsicles are the best?
Exactly. So you can write the same opinion that your mom said using the best at the end. Very good. Now that you are understanding the topic, you're going to work independently, alone, solitos. Okay? To write a sentence about your paleta. Today, we will try our best to write a sentence about the paleta that you created yesterday. I will provide you some sentence starters and a word bank to help you in this assignment. Okay, here you have some examples of sentences that you can write to describe your paleta. Yesterday, I created this paleta that you see here, and a sentence that I can write about it is my favorite popsicle flavor is watermelon. In this sentence, I only use English. For this assignment, you will be allowed to use translanguaging if you forget one or two words or you want to emphasize something about your culture. But during the year, I want you to try to use more and more English, okay? But today, since the author uses translanguaging and we have been studying it, and this is the first time that you're writing sentences with me, I will allow you to use one or two words in Spanish. Okay? Everything clear? Okay. Who can read me the translanguaging examples?
I can.
Okay.
My favorite paleta flavor is sandia. My favorite popsicle flavor is sandia.
Very good. Before we start writing the actual sentences, I want to remind you what a sentence has. A good sentence. A good sentence starts with a capital letter. It has finger spaces between words, and you use the word wall to write the sentences. It has a complete thought, and it ends with a punctuation mark. It can be a period or a exclamation point. Okay? Here you have some words in a word bank or word wall that you can use for your sentences. You're going to work individually and you will have 10 minutes, 10, to write only one sentence. Today I only want to see one sentence about your paleta. You're going to describe your favorite flavor of paleta. Before I start the counting of the 10 minutes, can someone read me out loud the word bank words?
Best chocolate covered covered favorite flavor I is like M&M, my Nutella, paleta, peanut, popsicle, sprinkles,
Mm-hmm.
strawberry, stuffed, stuffed,
Stop.
topping, with,
Thank
with.
you. Thank you. The 10 minutes will start now. Assessment. For the second standard related to the areas of language art, in the domain of listening, I wanted the students on level 2 to understand yes or no questions, on level 3 to understand questions that require description, and on level 4 to understand questions that they had to explain the why. On speaking, I wanted my students to provide phrases, answers. On the level 3, answers open-ended questions, and on level 4 provides an opinion with support or justification. On the reading domain, I wanted the students on level 2 to read words from the word wall or word bank. On level 3, read aloud the sample sentences and or his or her own sentence. And on level 4, make connections with the story Paletero Man. On the level 2 of writing or visual literacy domains, I wanted the students to spell the word how he or she thinks it is written, using the phonological awareness or Spanish spelling, and then ask the teacher if the word was correct or if it is missing a letter. For the level 3 I wanted my students to use translanguaging while drafting his or her opinion sentences. My favorite sabor of paleta is fresa. And on level 4, I wanted the students to write a simple sentence using a sentence starters to answer the question about their favorite paleta flavor. Reflection. At the beginning, I had difficulty understanding the instructions for these assignments. Like my students, I found it very helpful to have a guide, examples, and tips. One of the most challenging sections for me was the content objective, since I teach a language class. The other section that I found challenging was the syntactic pattern in the frame sentences, since I don't normally analyze the syntax of the sentences that I speak or that I write. I just focus on if it sounds normal or if it's right. If I think it sounds funny, I'll analyze it to see what is missing. Some insights gained in the task were using a TESOL standard. I never have seen or used them before, and the assignment helped me to realize if during my lessons I work all the language domain, listening, speaking, reading, and writing at different levels of difficulty or language domain. Thank you for listening.